All right, what's going on, everybody? KB Card Stacks here. I've got a decent stack of mail. It's been sitting for a couple days over the weekend. I don't really remember what's in it. I never really know until I open it. But I'm going out of town tomorrow. By the time you see this, I'm already back. But I wanted to knock this out. I'll edit it on the plane, and we'll go from there. So let's see what I'm buying. Let's talk about it. I did not buy this, but this is from my good friend Dylan. Dylan on Twitter. Picked these up, I think, in a stack sale or at a show. I think he was like, these were like 2 for $1 or something like that. Let me send them to you. So very nice of Dylan. I appreciate Dylan. He's a real one. He is a real fan. Watches the videos. And anytime he's at a show, he's like, man, I heard you were just talking about this guy. Bought him and made money. Appreciate it. So if I've ever made you money, drop a like. I appreciate it. We can all make money. I'm just here to educate and help you win. Shout out Dylan. So this is good to see. Phil Maffa orange to 25. Nice little color match. I got this for like $6, and this is why you need to be patient when it comes to ESE and just don't be a burden. Granted, I do buy a lot and I just have stuff coming in every single day, and it's just hard for me to keep track of like, hey, what has come in, what has not, what's been shipped. It has burned me a couple times. I've had stuff that they never even shipped, or they printed the label and never dropped it off. And I don't think I've ever actually gotten burned. It's just a hassle when you go through your credit card or something like that. But this did not move for like 2, maybe 3 weeks. I reached out and I was like, hey, this seems to be stuck. I'm willing to wait out another week. I think it was supposed to come like the 17th or something, and I messaged like the 22nd. I'm like, yeah, I'll wait another week. And what do you know? It shows up. It just didn't have any tracking. It doesn't look like there's anything wrong with the envelope. Just, I don't know, just got stuck somewhere. So you just got to be patient, man. Just don't be a pain. It'll come. It'll sort itself out one way or another. Just be patient. Awesome. So this, I went on my little, what was the first card that I bought? The Toy Story kick. I went on the Mario Kart kick, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to, anything that I really enjoyed from my childhood, I'm just going to start buying. So these are Jimmy Neutron cards. My like top Nickelodeon show, that was probably like SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents. I don't know. Jimmy Neutron's in the top 5 maybe. Rocket Power's up there, no cards, but really just anything that, just I enjoy. I've been down this like non-sports kick. I bought some Pokemon. Just really enjoying it. I want to get the stuff slab preserved. So these are Jimmy Neutron or Ida. I don't know if these came with like French fries or like French toast sticks or whatever product was in the day, but I'm gonna rip this open. It's just a 2-card pack, so you can see which cards are in the pack, which is nice. And I really liked this card, just him and Goddard. I think that's funny. And just there's some with his parents. There's none with Carl, and who's the other kid? Eugene? No, Sheen. What's his name? Yeah, I really want like a Carl or someone else. Not my favorite jetpack card, but I think this is probably like just like card number 1 maybe, if I had to guess, or something like that. But I would love to get this graded in a SGC or PSA. I really have no preference. Maybe with a PSA just because of the red borders. I don't care what grade it comes back. I just think it's fun, and so that was like $3 or $4 for the pack. I don't know what other designs or cards there were, but thought that was fun. I got a little note here. Appreciate the business, brother. Thank you for getting me back into cards. 8 flow cards. So a huge member of the Discord. Free to join. Link is down below. A lot of folks have been growing a lot, active daily. 8 flow. Really appreciate talking to him. Bought this card. I bought this when I was in San Francisco. I had a couple drinks, came back to my hotel, and I don't know what made me, DJ Giddens, one of the best running backs in the country. I think he had like 1,300 yards, maybe a little short of that, 10 touchdowns. Kansas State's going to have a big rushing attack. I'm optimistic, I guess. I'm not a huge Avery Johnson fan. I think he's very fun to watch. But as a passer, we'll see. To be determined. He can do what he needs to do to get some first downs, I guess. I don't know. But really more of a threat on the legs. DJ Giddens, a big part of that. They did bring in, who's the kid from Colorado who transferred over? He's got blackout cards. not Alton McCaskill, Dylan Edwards. They brought in Dylan Edwards from the portal. That's going to be a crazy 1-2 punch, like UCF, very similar to that with RJ Harvey and Penny Boone. Ohio State, that's kind of S tier running back room, but what is this number 2? 9 of 10. Been finding, the cooler designs, I guess. I'm not just buying, when the product first released, I was just buying any of the cheapest autos. Now I'm a little bit more intentional. It's like, all right, this is a very cool base standard design, but like I wouldn't get like the red cracked ice, or, I'd try to go for a color match or something like that. Just kind of my approach there. And I think all these are color matches, which I say color match over everything, especially if you can get them low numbered. So there we go. All right. Like a stack of Leaf. Oh, they sent it in a 1-touch. Okay. I don't remember how much I paid for this. Nice little rookie card 1-touch. I don't think I've ever seen one of these. Maybe I have. Again, people say don't ship in 1-touch. Whatever. I don't think it really matters. Maybe it does, but whatever. I'm going to take that out because I'm going to put that in the top loader. This is also like a 100-point or 75-point 1-touch. But Isaiah Bond, nice little auto here. Leaf Vivid. Not my favorite product. Just a little too out there for me. This one is okay because I like the cracked ice, but just a lot like the Vivid Futures and just a lot of lasers, colors, very bright. Not my favorite, but I do like this auto. I hope I got this under 12 bucks, I'll say. Isaiah Bond, now at Texas. We'll see what happens. Quinn Ewers there. They've got Jonte Cook, Silas Bolden, entered from Oregon State, I think. They've got that freshman. I'm blanking on his name. Ryan Wingo? I don't know. And then they've got they got Matthew Golden out of Houston. They've got a lot of receivers, but Isaiah Bond, probably Alabama's best receiver last year, I would say. I don't recall. So just taking a chance there at something cheap there. Didn't really have anything of his, so I'll take it. I did just buy a bunch of Jonte Cook autos on ComC. Didn't know he had Onyx cards. I think that's a good buy at like $6. On eBay, they're doing like 10. All right, so I bought these on Twitter, I think from like TCGH, maybe? I don't recall. I'll have to go back and look, but I think I paid about $22-ish shipped for all these. Just thought it was a good deal. Not guys that I'm normally buying, but again, just more of kind of a volume thing. I think over time I'll grind this out. So $22 ship. I saw it on Twitter. I saw a couple people just asking like, hey, would you split up, the Makai Lemon or the Jarquez? And I'm like, dude, just buy the whole thing. So Makai Lemon, just the base auto, probably $8 to $10, I'd say. One of my favorite freshman buys, I think, just from a value perspective. Jaden Bray, now at West Virginia. They've got a young crew out there, computer engineering major. That's interesting. We'll see. We'll see what he does. I'm not super optimistic. He's okay. Where's he from? Doesn't say, does it? Oh, he's from Oklahoma. Both parents Army vets. Thank you for your service. Tyreek Chappell, one of the better corners. His price is, if you filter ComC lowest price, Bowman University 2023 auto, he's probably the lowest auto, one of the lowest. He's not a bad corner. I mean, he's a starting corner in the SEC. I think he hit the portal, and then he jumped back in. Freshman All-American, or SEC All-Freshman. So you just look at the back of the cards. You'll learn a little bit of info about him. It's pretty interesting stuff. So, I mean, not bad. I mean, this is, Jaden Bray is probably going to do about 5, maybe less than that. That's going to do about 5. So you're grinding, $3 back. Drew Pine, a guy that I would never buy. Although I do understand if you were to buy a gold auto for $10, but a refractor auto now at Missouri backup, I doubt he is ever going to start there. Some people are like, hey, he's been hurt, inconsistent. He was a highly ranked guy. He's okay, but for me, I personally wouldn't buy. If you're going from Notre Dame, ASU, Missouri, you're kind of bouncing around a lot. I don't know. I don't like it. Interesting stuff here, but yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that does like $5 or $6. CJ Donaldson. So I've been thinking about this a lot. Top 3 Bowman University buyers. By far Michigan. I'd probably go Georgia now. Now that I think about it, Georgia. And then Oregon LSU is close, but I'll go Oregon just because I was consistently buying Oregon. Troy Franklin, Bucky Irving, all those guys. LSU's kind of there. They just didn't have a lot of huge names in the product, just Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas, the rest of the guys. Chris Hilton, who's the running back. Logan Diggs, now at Ole Miss. Kind of Mason Smith was always a good seller for me. I guess Harold Perkins. So LSU, we'll say number 4. And honestly, West Virginia's number 5. West Virginia, if you look at like Nico Marchiol, 4-star kid from Colorado, came down to Arizona, Hamilton High School, then went out there to West Virginia. I think he started a game because Garrett Green was hurt. I think Garrett Green is out of eligibility. I'm pretty sure he's a senior, exhausting all of that. So is Nico the guy next year? I don't know, but his prices are super high. And then you look at like Tavon Austin, all those types of guys from the Rich Rod era, super high prices. CJ Donaldson, his stuff sells for a pretty decent amount. I mean, he's a very productive guy. He came in as a tight end and then moved over to running back. Bowling ball of a guy, 6'2", 240. They've got Jaheim White, who's going to be a dog for them. So I don't know what his role will really be. But West Virginia, a sneaky top 5 team, I would say, to sell to or just buyers in general. Oh, Drew Pine already talked about. Makai Lemon Refractor Auto, maybe that does $12. I don't know. Again, this is just more of a volume thing. I think just piecing these out. They'll sell eventually. Jalen Berger, I think he died in the portal. Not literally, but like I think he went into the portal and nobody's picked him up. He's just kind of been a backup guy. Transferred from Wisconsin, I think. Yeah, he's from New Jersey. Went to Wisconsin, just hasn't really done much. I think been hurt a little bit, and then I think he's in the portal and hasn't done anything. Or he's just on the bottom of the depth chart. He should transfer, but I'm pretty sure last time I checked, he wasn't doing anything. And Jarquez Hunter, Fuchsia Auto, a guy who I think, his price, he's priced like a Jalen Berger. He's priced like a lot of these guys. Rashad Dubinion in Arkansas, all these second-string running backs. But Jarquez was an 800-yard rusher, kind of, was a stat merchant against some worse teams or not great teams. But at Auburn, hard to get the ball moving right there when Peyton Thorne, you're getting the box loaded up. So I like Jarquez, number to 150. Mississippi Mr. Football in 2027 siblings. Okay. Cool. So I think this is something you could list for 15. I think this is going to be the money maker there. This will get half my money back, grind out the rest, maybe even list it at $19.99. But Jarquez, I really feel like is not underpriced, but just disrespected. He's not someone I'm going out to buy. He's not someone like, man, I got to load up on as much Jarquez Hunter as possible. But I think if the opportunity strikes, I'm definitely buying. I bought a gold sapphire for $250. It was just listed at $250. Didn't even make an offer. Just bought it straight up on ComC. All right, this was a deal and a half here. KK Arnold, PSA 10, McDonald's All-American 2007. I think I got this for, I think it was starting bid $4.99, shipping $5.35, all in at like $12. KK Arnold, one of the best freshmen in the country, obviously McDonald's All-American. She's in the product at UConn. Was just kind of there. I think she probably had her moments, but Germantown, in Wisconsin. I was thinking maybe Philly. Just kind of there, not a key role player, but maybe had a couple of games, but hopefully takes a jump this year. Really good friends with Paige Beckers. They're like always together doing TikToks and all that stuff. But really, a PSA 10 for less than the cost of grading. You know how I feel about that. All right. This is definitely a slab. Okay, here we go. This was another good deal. Juju Lewis, Leaf Web exclusive, press pass gold, like $5.68. PSA 10. I got this for probably $15 shipped. Just thought it was a decent deal. So I imagine this was like Juju's maybe first card or one of his first cards. I think he's a Leaf exclusive. I don't know. He's still in high school. He's out of Carrollton High School in Georgia, I think. Some people are like, they lost in the playoffs to somebody. Did they lose to Antoine Hill? I don't know. I'm really deep in Georgia football right now. You just look at all the guys that come out of that state. But I think he's from Carrollton, one of the top high schools. I did see Max Preps release their top schools, and they were somewhere in the top 25. Committed to USC, kind of the Lincoln Riley deal. I think he's been committed for a while, but he's been a little bit of drama, I think, lately. Just visiting Colorado all the time, perfect timing, all this stuff. He's always in like Colorado gear on 7-on-7 stuff, got the gloves or the towel. He visited Indiana as well. Maybe I'm making that up, but I think his dad played with the quarterback's coach at Indiana, or there's some tie. There's some weird tie that's gotten him to Indiana. But a high 4-star kid. He has since dropped, I think, because he's been flirting with, the recruiting websites. Just because a kid is not going to a power program is going to drop them in the rankings. So I don't know, maybe that means Colorado or Indiana. I'd be shocked if he ends up at USC, but we'll see. I don't know. I haven't watched his huddle, so I do need to watch his huddle. I have no personal opinion. I just know he's one of the more sought after recruits, always on social media. You're always seeing him. So at like $15, thought it was a good deal. Not really much to it. There have been some that go at auctions for about that, but I think just kind of a wait and hold and see, we'll see. I don't know. I'll take a chance on anything. He graduates in 2025. So you never know. That's prospecting at its finest. So a couple PSA 10s for less than the cost of grading. I'll take that all day. Just this Bowman lot just makes sense. I think it was like $3 a card. If you're telling me I can't average more than $3 a card, if that's not 10, 5, even if these are $10 total, what is that? What are we at? 20, 35. We'll just say 35. I think those are honestly $10 too, $55. I think you could try to double your money on that one. It just makes sense. Not my favorite guys, but it makes sense. Isaiah Bond, nice little auto there. I should probably sleeve that up. Phil Maffa, that took like a month to get me in the mail, but you know what? I'll take it. That was $6 color match, listed for $19.99. So I think someone will grab that. DJ Giddens, one of the best running backs in the country. We'll see. I think they could do the thing. And Pat Tillman, shout out Dylan. I definitely appreciate that. Hopefully they're gradable. I don't know, but love the Pat Tillman color match. And then the Jimmy Neutrons. I should have probably penny sleeved. I never have penny sleeves. I ripped my On It blaster and had no penny sleeves ready. That's just how little I rip. I also wasn't expecting to get any good cards. But little Jimmy Neutron and Goddard there. We'll see. I'll go back in and see what else is there. But that's enough yapping from me. If you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Love you.